college admissions? Transcripts, good. Essay. Brag sheet, resume. And not so much the document. They're not grading you on how well you put together an essay or how well you can type in the little boxes in the Common App, as much as what's on it. So this is a measure of what do you spend your time on. So this is going to include a lot of things. This is going to include all your extracurricular activities, sports, music, dance, theater, community service, good, job, internship, awards or honors or accomplishments. That'll go in there. What else?
What do you mean by accomplishments?
If you were part of a Science Bowl team that made it to nationals. You might not win, but it's still an accomplishment because you made it that far. And there will be a space on the Common App in particular. They've got a space for a little description of what you did, and then they'll have a space for any accomplishments or honors or positions held. And legacy goes hand in hand with development, which is my favorite euphemism. It's, do you have a lot of money and have you given a lot of it to us already? If you had parents that went there, that helped. If you have parents that went there and have continued to be actively involved in the Alumni Association, then that might help a little bit more. Some schools don't do legacy as an advantage. Lots of schools do. What they're going to do is they're going to get a holistic view of who you are, and they're going to try to get a sense of what's important to you, what do you value. And part of your job when you're writing the application is to coherently communicate to them what the thread is. If it looks like you're just doing something like, oh, I have to put something on my brag sheet, otherwise I'm not going to get into college, and it doesn't look like you care about the thing that you did at all, it was just this thing that you did because you wanted to put it on here, then that's not going to give you many points. Recommendations is huge. Interviews, again, it's much less common to have a school require interviews because there are many schools that are trying to branch out and they're trying to get people from all across the country and even all across the world, and they don't want to limit their application pool, they don't want to limit the applicants by, oh, you have to come here to interview. Okay, so diversity is one of the most complex issues facing college admissions in the country. We've had a big battle back and forth. There's a pendulum swing. It depends on which court cases get where and which judges rule how. There's a progressive movement that goes back to affirmative action and beyond that essentially says there are certain groups of people in this country that have not had the same advantages that the rest of the country has had, and so we're going to give them a lift up. There's also a considerable amount of academic research that demonstrates that the quality of the education for everyone involved is superior if the student body has a significant amount of diversity. Racial diversity, socioeconomic diversity, cultural diversity. There seems to be something about putting different types of people together that stimulates the intellect of everyone involved and everybody gets a better education. So colleges are really trying to battle, it's illegal to do quotas and it's illegal to do different sets of standards for different races, but they want to try to encourage it. The easiest way to get into school is if you are a one-legged, bisexual, sousaphone player from an Indian reservation in Montana. That's the kind of diversity you can go anywhere you want. It's not, I'm kidding, but not at all.